everybody, my name is Zeneis, and welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Old Republic. So, we just finished the part where we settle, well, not really settle, but we deal with the Sandros and the Metalis, and now we are able to go on with any other quests that we want. So, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give my characters any equipment that they might need or want, and then I'm going to get rid of all of the stuff that I don't need. So I don't know how much I've given T3. I know I haven't taken him out, so I may not be able to level him up much, but I just wanted to see energy shield. All right, let's do this. Let's give him another blaster. Maybe he can take another blaster. I know if you have it in your offhand, sometimes it won't work. So, or sometimes it'll give you a lower hit ratio. So I don't want to risk that if we're ever in a situation where we need him. I don't want to risk it where he's not hitting the target. So that she gets a max dexterity bonus of +3. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see if mission. No, she can't. No, she can't. Alright. I'm still going to keep all of my heavy blasters. Because I know that there will come a point where she will be able to use them and wear them. I don't want to use strength gauntlets. Awareness. Awareness. Ooh, that's not bad at all. Let's do that. I still don't have any implants. Okay, so it seems like I don't really have a whole lot that I can equip these guys. So let's go ahead and add Juhani. I think I can give her the strength gauntlets. And then Kandarish, he has Davix. Kalinord's is better though, so we're gonna equip that. And he has Ordo's repeating. I got a repeating blaster on Kashyyyk. Let me see if that's any better. Light. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Okay. Regic's gloves. Alright, that's fine. And then Juhani, let's give her the strength gauntlets. I don't have any other melee shields for her, so I'm not gonna do that. Alright. Let us go ahead and sell some stuff. Welcome to my shop, blah blah blah. We have already done this. I'd like to see what you have for sale. Okay. Let's let's go ahead and sell our stuff. Dark Jedi Knight robe. I want to keep those for the most part. I'm gonna get rid of all these combat suits. And I'm gonna get rid of this one military suit because I don't need it. Volker stick. I don't need that. I'm gonna get rid of one of these vibro blades. Man. These are both good swords, but I don't think anyone's gonna use them. I don't really have any of my team besides Zalbar with a vibroblade, because everyone that's on my team is a Jedi, so they have lightsabers, so I don't really need them. Prototype, I'm not gonna get rid of missions or the prototype. These are both on hand. I'm just gonna get rid of one of each of those. If I don't use the double blades, the Kraith double sword and the Vibro double blade, if I don't use those in the near future, then I'm just gonna get rid of them next time I'm on this planet. Bowcaster, don't really need it because I have Chundars and Zalbars, so I don't really care. Disruptor rifle, don't really care about it. Let's see, energy. I normally use adrenal strength. I usually don't use these other ones. The alacrity, whatever you call it. I don't really use those. Scope. I already have one of these equipped, so I'm gonna sell that one. All right, cool. How much money do I have? I'm gonna see if I can buy some med packs. I'd like to see what you have for sale. I have a little bit of money. Okay, yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. Alright, so the next place that I'm gonna go to is Tatooine. No one wanted to talk to me, that is fine. I will talk to you on the ship. Let's see if anyone has to say to anyone.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
What happened next?
The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
That was some fight.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Right. Let's see if Mission has anything to say. I don't think she wants to talk after talking about her brother, but
Hey
we'll see.
there. What can
Wanted to talk to you about your brother.
I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up.
Why do you hate her so much?
My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker.
It's bizarre.
It wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked.
Did Lena dump him?
I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
So what happened?
After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
Maybe something happened to him.
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay, have it your way.
So, now that we've had that conversation, I'm pretty sure we can start the mission storyline. I'm pretty sure.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past. Wait, are you doing alright? What is that? Hold on.
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What is wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
If I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Okay, but we
How may I
didn't
be
talk. I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to...
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Invigorating.
They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
What do you mean?
Those Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Damn straight, I do look divine. I kind of want to do that.
I can only assume that that was some misguided attempt at humor.
Come on.
I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Was it that bad?
Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
As long as you do not let your anger influence you.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
Yes, perhaps later. Alright, Zalbar. Hey, no. I don't know. Do you know anything about it? Have you anything more to say about yourself, Zalbar? You have seen more than I would have allowed and taught me some things too. I am grateful for that. It will be a while before I know what my role is in making Kashyyyk truly free. I have a lot to learn. Why did you request to take Baka's sword? I'm not really sure I know. Father expects much of me. I guess I do as well. I think when I've learned enough, I'll bring it back to Kashyyyk. What happens then, we'll see. I'm sorry we can't stay on Kashyyyk longer. You and I have important things to do, and I don't feel bad about leaving this time. I know I'll be welcomed back. I wish you well. Let's get going. I will follow. Alright. So, there was a stowaway on the ship. Supplies. Strangely, the food storage seems to have been disturbed recently. No one in the party would have done this, so there must be another explanation. Examine the supplies more closely. There are half-eaten or torn packages to indicate the theft was from pests or vermin. It looks like some unknown person has been conducting clandestine raids on your stores. Whoever the thief was, they managed to avoid detection by you or your companion so far. Maybe a thorough search of the ship will reveal the stowaway. Let's see. Can I look over here? I don't think there's anything in these, but I want to say if I come over here, then, okay, that's a smuggling compartment. That's another plot line. I'm just gonna walk around a bit. You think you hear the soft patter of footsteps behind you, but when you stop to listen, they disappear. Okay. I know I have to enter a couple of different rooms. I think. I don't even... Apparently not. They were behind me. Can I do the cargo hold again? No. Alright, hold on. You hear the soft patter of footsteps behind you, but when you stop to listen, they disappear. In here? Hey, Jolie. How you doing? Cargo hold? Nope. I forgot Jolie was with us. I actually forgot that we picked him up as a companion, so I'll have to talk to him in a minute or something. Because I don't remember... he does have a storyline, but I don't think that he... it's not one that we have to talk about. Like, it just pops up naturally. So I think just talking to him, he has some cool stories, and that's about it. Your footsteps sound like they're coming from the cargo hold. Ah, kid! Hey, what are you doing here? No, I can't read it. I don't understand. Calm down, little girl. I won't hurt you. I still don't understand you. So what you have to do with her is you have to figure out her language and what she's saying. But I don't really want to do that right now because that's a long, tedious thing that you have to do. So after I finish with Tatooine, I'll come back and maybe I'll make a whole episode about it. I don't know what's going to happen.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Why'd you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgot what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Oh, frightful.
So you wanted to ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of a synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
Whoa, no. Seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Did you annoy this person endlessly too?
Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people are so easily annoyed? Like impatient little children with blasters. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vix was his name. The force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
I've never heard of him.
No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Is there supposed to be some sort of hidden meaning in this?
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
And? Go on.
Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed too, or could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
And what does this have to do with you coming with me?
Well, hey, the chances may not be great, but when one has the opportunity to see something like that twice in a lifetime. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Okay, well, after that story, I need a break, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna get some more coffee. All right, got my coffee. Let's go talk to Karth and Bastila, maybe. I know Bastila is another one of those where you have to get to a certain point in the story, conversation-wise, where before it can happen. So I want to talk to her.
I do. How did you know?
Your face was all scrunched up like a Kinrath pup. Well, you keep staring at me like you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I feel... whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
What do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
There. Sure. I will try.
That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There is great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
I won't do anything to hurt you.
I believe you truly mean what you say, for now, but sometimes it is not so easy to keep such promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I would appreciate any help you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Okay. Love you. I mean, good to
Yes,
see you.
what's on your mind?
You've been very quiet lately. You know that?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Left out of the loop, I don't understand.
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Tatooine for training. Isn't that strange?
They thought it was more important that I help find the star maps than stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
They said there's a bond between Bastila and myself.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Bastila and I have to, man, there's not a good answer there. I'm here and that's not going to change. Get over it.
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just, damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
I'm not going to betray you. I'm not Saul.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Okay. Carthonasi. Alright, Tatooine. Here we go. Tatooine is one of the easier planets, in my opinion, to do. That's why I'm doing that one first. I did Kashyyyk first, obviously, to get Jolie with us, and now I am moving on to Tatooine because it's one of the easier planets. Manon, Korriban, both of those are fairly difficult, in my opinion at least. Korriban is always the one I do last because literally the planet is filled with Sith. There's a Sith Academy on Korriban, so of course you want to be strong in the Force. You want to be a threat in and of yourself before you head that way. So we're having another vision of the star map, of a star map.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
It looked like it was inside some sort of cave.
The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Right. Alright, let's head out. So, I think I want to bring along Mission. Man, I seem to bring along Mission a lot. I never bring along T3. I don't know why I do that. Add. Should I bring along Bastila? Yeah, I'll bring Bastila. Yeah, I feel like that's the configuration I want. Okay.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get from my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Fine. Alright, I'll pay.
I thought you would. Without these fees, Zerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
I don't know. I'm looking for very specific things. Who should I ask?
That's not much information.
I
Could you tell
don't
me
want
more?
to tell you everything. I'm looking for older things, antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
Actually, I really need to get going.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Okay. Hello there, Captain. Let's see. Yes, here it is. It looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship, as requested. What shipment? What are you talking about? This is Docking Bay 32, isn't it? Yes, it is, and that is what I have here on the requisition form. Everything seems to be in order. The Gizka are your problem now. Excuse me, did you say Gizka? It says right here on the manifest that you ordered a crate of Gizka to be delivered to Docking Bay 32. That's right here. Now all I need is your thumbprint for the... Wait a second, where'd that data pad go? Nothing is ever organized around here. At any rate, the Gizka are yours. One of the loaders said the crate split once he put it in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability, and we certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy! Thanks for nothing! You jerk. So... Oh, it's the test of the tornado warning. Sorry about that. So, that's just kind of a little bit of an annoyance. It's not too big of a deal, honestly. So, I wouldn't... I don't really worry about the whole Gizka problem. Just because, like, there's not... Like, what am I gonna do about it? Zerk office. Okay, yeah. This is where I want to go. I forget why. You'll be hearing about this, you Zerka puppet. I'm not going to let this drop. You can't just murder a whole village. And don't tell me to take my concerns to your corporate kiosk. I know when I'm not wanted. What's going on here? Who are you? I'm done talking in this office. They aren't interested in listening to me. I doubt they will even acknowledge I was here. Typical corporate evasion. That's what happens when they own everything. No accountability. Don't even bother bringing it up. Okay, alright. Whatever. Hey!
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company? If
Yeah.
this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
Hold on one sec. Alright, I turned down the volume a little bit because the background noise is like... It's killing my ears, and it looks like it's really showing up in y'all's, so sorry about that. Anything out of the ordinary happening?
I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
Know about anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
Wanted to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
There's no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
I will agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
I'll go get to it then.
Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
So this is actually a way to get money too. Every time that you get a gaffy stick, you are paid. I think it's 100 credits per stick. Oop, hey. Don't you believe a word of what Zerka Corp said in there? There's always a peaceful solution to conflict. They are just lazy. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Zerka miners have been attacked by sand people, so the company Zerka Corp wants them killed. They didn't ask you to do it? The sand people aren't animals. I've watched them, and they are intelligent. There must be a way to peacefully stop the attacks. I know it. Intelligent? Why would you know any better? Perhaps I'm no expert on diplomatic situations, but I know that there's a lack of due care for the environment and the residents of it. What would you have done? To the Sand People, it must have seemed like an invasion. There were no negotiations for territory or resources. I don't think the killings have been justified, but as a conservatist, I'm hoping someone at least tries to talk this out. What would you suggest then? Communication. If we could just speak to them, but they don't talk, at least not in any language that an average translator can understand. There was even a Jedi here a few years ago that couldn't seem to get through to them. I think that ended in blood too. I'm not saying it would be easy, but someone has to try. Maybe with a real translation droid, not these old protocol scrapheads walking around. Who would have a capable droid? They are pretty rare, even on well-stocked worlds, but I'm sure I heard something about an unusual droid in the shop here on Tatooine. Tatooine. I'm sure I heard Yukalaka say that it could speak Sand People dialect, although he'd say, whatever. With a droid, perhaps you could talk with him. It wouldn't survive. Maybe with desert robes as a disguise, someone could get into their enclave. Maybe I'll look into it. Sure, that's what the Zerka Corp keeps saying, and then they just start shooting again. The fighting won't stop until they are all dead, or until Zerka leave. The one is as likely as the other with the way things are going. What do I know? So, I actually don't remember what happens. I'm pretty sure you can do that without getting the protocol droid, but it is a lot easier to just talk it out with them. That way because if you don't talk it out and you end up trying to go to war with them, you end up fighting the entire enclave of the Sand People, and it's literally, it's so hard. It's so difficult, and it takes so much time, and it's just a lot of work. Unnecessary work.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Whatever. Who cares? All I have is Force Valor. Let's start out with that. Alright. Bastila! Bastila! Oh, we got this. We so got this. There we go. Alright, you're just tossing force powers at us. I'm gonna try and take you out. Oh, man. Whoo, boy. We are, like, so powerful. Like, what is... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm taken out. Never mind. He's draining me. Someone help. Come on. Come on. Come on, old legend. If you're as good as you say. Oh, she's kind of taken out, too.
There.
Ah. Oh, we almost got this. We're fine. We're fine. Look at that. Dark Jedi, smart Jedi. We got a Sith energy field. We got some more crystals, double-bladed lightsaber, some robes. Alright, it isn't so bad at all. Sith assassin pistol, nice, okay. Alright, cool. So, let's keep going. I think the first step is... Oop, Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should talk to her about it. Speak to Bastila.
How can I help?
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Darth Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
But killing Revan is what you're famous for.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
So, Malak did your job for you.
As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Cool. Haha. I think if I get the droid first, the droid should be over here in this building. If I get the droid first, pretty sure I can go ahead and go straight to the Enclave. The Tatooine Enclave. Yukalaka, I guess. Let me save the game. I don't remember how this conversation plays out. I know you could get him to come down on the price. What's this? A customer I don't recognize. Perhaps you bring off-world money to Yukalaka. What do you have available in your shop? You are lucky to have come at this time. I have one droid ready to go. I just took possession of it. An HK-47. It's a fine protocol translator. I think it's been modified. It claims to understand the Sand People dialect and has some armor mounts. Combat ready, perhaps? Let me ask a few questions. Who cares? Yeah. Of course, let me just say that every function I've tested has performed perfectly. Those that I could find, anyway. You don't seem to know much about it. The unit has been a little uncooperative. They get that way when they go too long without a memory wipe.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it?
You can leave it alone if you find its mannerisms amusing. It might be a little eccentric if it's stable, but it's stable. I'm interested. Let's talk price. It's a very solid machine, in good shape. I can't let it go for less than 5,000 credits. Could I convince you to lower the price a bit? 4,000, not a credit less. That was quick. Desperate to sell? No, not really, but the first figure really was a little high. You never know, the occasional person bites right away. I still can't pay that. I'm not interested. Well, then we're done talking about it. I can't go lower than that. Not interested. Goodbye. Okay, two options. I either go get more credits, which is obviously what I'm about to do, or I threaten him.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt of the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be times when you thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
I like how my character just watched all of that happen. He's just like, oh yeah, okay, this is normal. This is normal conversation between two of my companions. Whatever. So, two options. I should have... Why can I not move? My two options... Well, I had three. If I had Force Persuade, the Jedi Mind Trick, then I could have convinced him to go to 3,000. But I don't have that, so I have to either threaten him, which is never a good option, or I had to... Oh, come on. Where are you two? Where are you guys? There's one. Bastilla? Bastilla? Or, just pay the price. So that means I'm gonna have to sell some crap, which is fine, because I'm not using everything. I don't really care about a whole lot. I'm pretty sure, yeah. What do you have available for purchase? Show sell list. Okay. Okay, cool. I have what I need. I have over 4,000 credits now, which is awesome. And then, once I get the gaffy sticks, I will have plenty of money. I don't really need it. The main thing that I'm really buying, I think from here on out, is basically med packs, because you kind of run low on them a lot, especially in battles. And I think the biggest battle that I'm gonna have is with the sand people coming up. So I don't really have to worry about that too terribly much. So, all right, let's go ahead and buy this droid. Welcome back. I knew that you would return. I still have that droid available. This HK-47 is a good deal. Let me ask about it. Let's talk price. 4,000 is fair. Come now, think of the advertising you'll get from me. People think I was a fool to sell at such a price. I will not. I started too high last time. Let's go with 4,000 credits. 4,000 is fair. I'll pay it. Awesome. Thanks. Goodbye. Okay.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
No. Travel with me now.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Okay, alright. Let's go to the party selection. I think I'm still going to take mission. Okay. Alright, now let's give him some stuff. What do we have? What? That's dumb. Alright, alright. He has a blaster rifle. Let's see what else we got. Light repeating. It has a little bit more range. So I'm gonna give him that one. And then we'll be good to go, I think. At some point, I'll need to get him some armor, or I'll need to upgrade him so that he can wear more armor. Because that's just weird. Okay. This guy... you there, of your kind, can you help Isis of Jawa? There are troubles from the ghosts among the sand. Could you be more clear? I'm having trouble understanding you.
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help.
The trouble is yours, not of Jawa. We must use a language of trade because you listen complicated to what we say simply. What is it you want, Jawa? Oh, gosh, that was horrifying. I thought he was going to kill me. God. Okay. Isis, I am the leader of the tribe that is mine. You are the same in kind, a leader that stands before your tribe. There are troubles that we have. The giants made of sand, they are horned ghosts that take us away. Giants made of sand. Sand people. That is how you know them. Giants are different for us, we being smaller. People of sand are who I mean. So, Isis, what do you want me to do? What is HK-47 doing? What do you want me to do? There has been no help given by asking the great group that digs the machines. Now Isis asks you. I ask you that you find us and then bring us away from the people of sand. Then we will offer a trade with you. Long we have scavenged among you and those that came before. We have things that you will like for this service. Tell me about where your people are. Maybe it'll help. People of the sand in the sand, there is a place in the far south where they live. The approach holds great fighting. Bring the tribe from in and out, and there will be payment and trade and thanks. I'll check it out when I leave the city. Goodbye. Isis hopes you have the luck you need. Basically...
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
I have proper authorization.
Well, let's see it. Come on.
There's my hunting
All right.
license.
I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
So basically, Isis is the leader of his tribe.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you old boys always stick together, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift.
Anniversary gift? What are you talking about?
Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. He's not smart enough.
Sounds like you're planning to kill him.
Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart.
I have to go.
I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
So that's Tanis up ahead. Straight ahead, actually. And I'm not going to do that just yet. That plot line I have done like once or twice, and I don't remember exactly how you do it. So I'm gonna leave that for when I've done the main quest of this planet. So I'll get to it. It's just it's gonna be the last thing I do on the way out. So the first thing that you have to do, your first encounter with the whatever they're called, sand people, is up here at the sand crawler right here, which is not owned by Jawas. It's still owned by humans at this point. The Jawas took them over once the humans kind of left them behind. So, alright, here we go. Mining team captain is who we need to talk with.
Who are you? It doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them.
I would assume this was done by the sand people.
You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did it do that?
Alright, let's get ready for a fight. Let them come to us because these guys will actually help us fight. And then you can go ahead and do whatever you need to. This actually could be a little bit harder than I thought it would be. Because are they even helping? Yeah, they are. They are there. Alright. Let's see if I can do a power attack on him. I almost took him out. I almost took him out. Alright. Let's see. Do I have another med pack? I do. Hold on. Now that he's out, I'm just gonna... There we go. And start with a little power attack. Alright. So they keep coming in waves. They keep coming and keep coming until eventually they stop. So, alright, let them. Hey guys, you guys wanna take some of the hits? Thank you. All right. This one's going a little bit easier because we're more focused now. Actually, I just now realized I can't heal HK-47 because he's a droid. That's so interesting. That's a nice touch. That's a nice detail that I didn't even notice now. Come on, regenerate. I'm trying to regenerate my force power before I go into combat with them, but... Okay, alright, let's not let him die. Don't let him die. Alright. Don't let me die. Don't let me die. Hey, guys! A little help here. Oh. Scheiße. Alright, don't let mission die. Don't let... That's the mission. Don't let mission die. Alright, I think we got this. Alright, cool.
What?
Cure. Yep, I can't heal HK. That sucks.
Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try holding this position for much longer. We're not soldiers.
Yeah,
Did the company send you? It's about time they drove these animals out.
I've agreed to try and stop the Sand People attacks.
Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Do you know about that enclave in the south? Don't even try to go near it. They've taken all the Zerka weapons that were supposed to protect our sandcrawlers. That place is a fortress, a death trap. You'll have to find some way to sneak into the place. Glad it's not my job.
Do you know anything about the Sand People?
Just that they attack everything on sight. Well, I suppose they don't attack each other, but any outsider's as good as dead. The company tried to arm us and even set up remote self-powered turrets on the mining route, but that just made things worse. We're not soldiers. They still kill us and then take our weapons off our corpses. They even had the Jawas disable the turrets and set them around their enclave. It's like a fortress now. I don't know how you're going to break through all of that. Me, I'd sneak in. Well, actually, I'd just get back to Anchorhead.
The Sand People are using turrets?
They use whatever they scavenge. They seem to hate our technology, but they love to turn it against us. That goes for blasters and turrets too, I guess. It's not like you need to be a genius to operate them. They probably don't even bother with special settings. They just watch for people approaching and switch them on.
I have to go.
Yeah, so do we. There's no way we're repairing this thing while getting attacked over and over. The desert can have it. Ah, the Jawas will salvage it eventually anyway. Then we can buy it back and start over. Makes sense to me.
Alright. So, one of the things that's really cool is that whenever you come back to, like if you're getting attacked by something, Jawas, doesn't really matter what it is. If you ever come back and bring the enemy over to these guys, they will continue to defend. They will shoot at whatever is coming up. So it's really, really cool. If you're ever in a bind in the desert and you need to get away, this is one way that you can kind of stop that from happening and save yourself, really. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I am going to go forward on the Sand People plotline in the next episode, and we'll pick it up there. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like down below, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.